Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to another episode here working on World of Adventure in Planet Coaster, where as you can see I'm currently working on the park's first dark ride, and this is a project that I've been looking forward to for a long time. I've been really looking forward to building this dark ride and the time has come. So of course, in the last episode, I finished off the Mexico themed area, and today we are starting off with a brand new area. And this area is going to form Scotland. So, yes, we're going to be having a Scottish themed area over here. Of course, it's right next to the kind of medieval England kind of area. We've got England and Scotland in this park represented as different countries. And the idea of this ride is it's going to be inside of an abandoned Scottish manor, and yeah, it's obviously going to be a haunted dark ride, as like a abandoned Scottish manor would suggest. So yeah, the story of this ride is basically this old manor in Scotland that is looking well, there is about to be converted into a hotel. However, when there are rumours of ghost sightings going on inside the manor, the plans are cancelled. And then, so you, as the rider going on this ride, are going into the manor. You've broken into the manor to go and see if all of the ghost stories are true. And as you go further into the manor, it's going to get a bit more mysterious, more kind of spooky, more ghost sightings, and then it's going to think, hold on, okay, we need to get out of here now, and then you need to make your escape. That's the idea of this ride. So as you can see, I'm currently working on splitting off all of the different scenes. The ride system is now in place. This is going to be a trackless dark ride. So you can see there's going to be a lot of different parts that make up this video, because this has taken a long time to build so far. What you're seeing so far has taken a good few hours so far. That's with building the ride itself, the programming of the ride, and all the theming of the scenes that I've done so far. You're going to see a few scenes go into place in this episode. However, I am going to save a few as a surprise as well for when I show the on-ride POV. So yeah, you're not going to see every single scene get built. I want to leave some as a surprise as well. So it's kind of, you don't know what to expect when I do eventually show the POV of this ride. But currently you can see I'm working on the station, which is a little bit like a crypt area. You can see we got some different kind of crypts around there. We've got some coffins, we've got some kind of statues on the wall. And yeah, there's going to be a lot going on inside this ride. Yeah, it's going to keep getting more kind of mysterious as you get further through, and you're going to see me building some of the other scenes in a minute, so you can see some mist effects going in here. In terms of the ride system, it is going to be a trackless dark ride. At the moment, you can see the track. However, I decided I wanted to keep the track visible at the moment, so I know how close I can put theming to it, and I know where the theming can actually go. And then once all of that's done, I'll turn the ride so it's trackless and you can't see the track anymore. I wanted to the ride system, so yeah, that's why the track is currently visible, but it won't be by the end of the project. You can see some skeletons going in just here as well, just kind of setting the tone for the ride. And here we go. You can see me working on the first big scene inside of this ride now, which is going to be a living room scene. So here we go. You can see the wallpaper just going up here, putting all of that around the room. You're then going to see lots of windows going in. There's going to be curtains kind of moving on their own, and a fireplace and all kind of things like that. It's just going to look like a very normal living room, but a little bit abandoned, a bit spooky, kind of things going on. Like, it's the point where you first entered the manor. You're not sure if the ghost sightings are real yet. It's like, here we go. We're just going to go and look through here, and things are a bit, oh, this is a bit spooky, a bit uneasy. However, it's going to gradually take a bit more of a darker turn as you get further through the ride. Here we go. So you can see some windows going in just there, spacing them out evenly, and then the curtains are going into place. There we go. So yeah, in terms of what you're going to see in this episode, you're going to see like a few scenes going in. I think it's 5 scenes that I do. One of the scenes I do off camera. In fact, it might be 2 of them off camera, because I cut the other one from the original video, because of course this took a long time and I'm trying to cut as much of this sped up footage down to make into one video. This is probably about 4 or 5 hours worth of work that you're seeing in 20 minutes. So yeah, some bits I had to cut out. There's one scene that I wasn't planning on filming as I built at all because I wanted to keep that one as a surprise. You'll see that the next scene after this living room is going to be a dining room scene. That is the scene that I did film. However, I ended up cutting it from the final video. But you will see that towards the end of the video, and of course whenever I show the on-ride POV as well, which will probably be in a couple episodes time. I'm imagining I'll have another episode where I'm carrying on building some of the other scenes just like this one, and then I'll have an episode where I build all the area around this dark ride and then also show a POV of it. But yeah, it's looking to be quite a long ride as well. I have kind of gone round and uh, as for a POV. Of course, not all the scenes are done yet. However, it's looking about a 5 to 6 minute ride experience. So there we go. Yeah, lots of scenes will be going into this ride. Here we go, more windows going in just here as well. You can see a clock's gone in there and some seating areas. I ended up making this room quite big, and it's probably bigger than, but it's definitely bigger than I needed it to be. So I ended up having to try and fill the space up quite a lot and kind of put lots of different things in. Here we go, you can see some lighting going in now. Here we go, some cobwebs also going in. I end up moving these later because I do notice that they're kind of floating, they're not actually on the wall. I notice that later on and I do go and change them. There we go, some more lights going on as well, and then you're about to see some picture frames going up onto the wall as well, which I'll put some different pictures in. Of course, Planet Coaster have different options that you can kind of put in them, or you can even put your own custom photo in. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll just go online or something and find some photos of different monsters or something and have them hanging on the wall or something. That might be quite cool. There we go, more cobwebs going into there, some different shelves going in as well. Yeah, I want this to be quite a grand kind of manor, as if it would be a very big manor, a very rich person would have lived here all of those years ago. And then since his death, it's just been left abandoned and left to rot. There we go, you can see some more mist going in just there as well. I do change the programming of this ride as well. You can see currently that the ride vehicle's spinning all over the place. I do change that. I just wanted to kind of get an idea for where it was going to move and what direction it was going to face, and then I go back to it once all the theming's in and decide like, okay, I want it facing this way for this part of the room and this way for this part. And there are some scenes later on in the ride where I have it so you're only facing one way, so then it's kind of just an empty. It'll be like no theming behind you; it's just empty space behind, and instead have it so you're facing one way, but because it just spins around whichever way I programmed it to, you're not actually going to see it. So yeah, you will see that coming up later. You can see I'm putting some floor paneling in just here because I don't really want a stone floor inside of a living room. So we're going for more of a wooden floor. You see just lining it up there as well, which did take a bit of time making sure that it was all how it should be. There we go, you can see me putting that into this other scene now. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this scene yet because this is kind of just like a random empty room at the moment that is going to be something that kind of leads you off into that first main scene. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with that yet. Here we go. You can see that I'm now putting in some star cloth for the outdoor section of the ride, or it's going to simulate that you're outside. However, I do actually change this. As you can see, this is kind of like the central point of the ride about halfway through. I do end up changing this scene so it's not the outdoor scene anymore, and I end up moving it closer towards the end of the ride. So you'll see that at the end of the episode, I do make some changes there, just because I think it works with the story that I'm going with for this ride a bit better. Like, of course, I want things to kind of get more kind of dark as you get further on throughout the ride. Here we go. You can now see some kind of jail prison walls going in here, like some different bars that's going to form part of like a room where it's like you've been locked up in a cage. I do end up changing this room quite a bit actually. You can see that I put quite a lot of those like panels in. I do remove some of them and make it so it's a little bit smaller. I kind of turn half of that room into like another scene. So you'll see that later on in the episode. Here we go, more wallpaper going into this scene here. This scene is one that I've been really looking forward to building. This is gonna be an upside down room. So you're gonna come into this room and everything's gonna be upside down. All the furniture's gonna be on the ceiling, or it's gonna be on the floor, but the floor's gonna be upside down. So everything's gonna be above you. It's gonna be a very mysterious part of the ride. I'm looking forward to building that bit. Here we go. So this room you can now see we've got some different archways going in. This is a bit of a crypt room, and you can see this is going to be like a summoning room. So this is where I don't know ghosts get summoned or something like that. Still working, still tweaking little bits of the story, but yeah, this is going to be a summoning room. You can see lots of different archways are going in here. There's going to be a crypt going in a minute with lots of different candles, and then I put vines all up on the wall to make it look like it's abandoned. And like things are growing up the walls and things like yeah, I'm really happy with this scene. This is my favorite scene in the ride so far that I've built. I'm really happy with it. Here we go. You can see just moving the archways there around the track. And then you'll see after this scene, I actually go back and start kind of programming the ride system to where I want the ride vehicle to face. So this scene, it's going to turn right towards the middle of that section there. And you're going to keep kind of looking at this kind of crypt as you make your way into the next scene. Here we go. So yeah, this scene's quite tall. This one's actually going to have kind of two like panels on it. You can see that I've laid it up with two walls instead of one. Most scenes are going to have a one kind of high wall. However, this one and a couple of others will have two, just because I wanted to make sure the archways fit in without them kind of sticking through the ceiling. There we go, just finishing off those final ones now. Kind of connecting that back up to the wall. And then the final ones on that side as well. There we go. There's that bit done. So now you're going to see just some different kind of rocks going in and other pillars and things just to make it look a bit more spooky. And here we go. There's the crypt going in just there. It's like they're kind of summoning the ghost of this body just here. And here we go. There's the candles going in just there as well. Yeah, this is going to be a very atmospheric. Oh, no candles just yet. You can see I'm just looking at kind of different things, seeing what I want to put in. There we go. Now the candles are going in. Making sure they're all aligned up properly and evenly. Yeah, this is going to be a very atmospheric scene in the ride. Here we go. We've got just some rubble going around just here as well. And here we go. You're going to see lots of kind of like rocks going in as well. Here we go. You can see one of these kind of shadow figures as well. Yeah, I was going to put some trees in here because I was going to have it outdoors, but then I thought, you know what, I won't have it outdoors. I'll have it indoors, but I'll still have kind of lots of different vines kind of growing up the walls and along the floor and stuff. Here we go. You can see some rocks going in. There we go, just filling up the space there. And in a minute, you're going to see all of the vines going in. Here we go, we've got some more lighting going in as well. These lights look really cool. I think they fit with this room very well. I think they're actually from like the Pirates kind of like scenery pack, but they work very well for in this scene. There we go, just looking at some different like lightning effects and explosions there, but then I decided I'm not going to put any of those in here. There we go, I've turned it to night now for just to look at the lighting. And then you'll see I'm going to add some more lights in here as well, just to make it a little bit brighter so you can see things a bit better. Just changing it to the same color as the lights on the walls. There we go, just putting them around the place. I do put them kind of into the ground later on. I'm just putting them where I want them at the moment so I can have a look at what it looks like. And here we go, you can see some skulls going up on these archways just here now, just for a bit of added detail. There we go. Just looking at putting some other things in here now, just lots of random scenery items to fill up the space. You can see all of these different vines going in now. Here we go, we've got some more coffins going in just here. A little bit of empty space there, so I thought some coffins will fill it up quite nicely. You can see some more crypts going in just here as well. More coffins. Yeah, I was looking at those different kind of garlands and things as well. I wasn't planning on adding any in. I just wanted to see what they looked like because I haven't used them before. Here we go. You can see all the vines going up the wall now. And then in a minute, you're going to see some programming of the ride because as you can see at the moment, it's kind of spinning around all over the place. But that does change. You'll also notice as well, I end up missing, like forgetting to do one of the walls, like put the vines on that other wall, that back wall. I do go back to that later and put them all up. Here we go, you can see the lighting going into the ground now as well, just so you can't see it. Yeah, I do go back to that other wall and make sure to put all the vines on it. Don't know how I managed to forget that. I was just kind of focusing on programming the ride. Here we go, you can see that's happening just now. But that is now pretty much the end of this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.